been a while. My name's Miguel. This is Bad Vice still. No Joey today. Because it's late. We got an early flight tomorrow. And I wanted to check in. That's a lie. There's no checking in with anybody. There's nobody listening. This is a selfish need for me to do something on camera to make me feel what? I don't know. Because I want to do it. And that's just the way things go in this life. And so, in case anybody was wondering, we haven't been doing the show. It's been a while. Hold on, let me fix the audio. Cool. Do I sound better? I sound a little bit better. This is raw. It's going to go up uncut. You guys are going to listen to it. You guys are going to take it how you want it. But yeah, we just been busy. In case anybody needs an explanation, Joey still got a tough schedule. And by that I mean a 9 to 2 schedule. It's pretty cool. It's not a 9 to 5. Doesn't sound as sad. I still work from home, which is cool. But it's not comedy. And that's where the driving factor is. When am I gonna do comedy? Boy, probably never. But I want to. Just gotta get there. See, this is a problem. I do my comedy kind of like I do my podcast. It's like, oh, do you want to do it? Yeah, let's do it. This is just conversations I have with myself. Check. I kind of got like a little rickshaw contraption going on here to get this podcast going, but whatever. But yeah, comedy podcast. I just have the same internal monologue. You want to do it? Yeah. Did you prepare anything? I wrote down some thoughts. Some thoughts? Yeah, just some thoughts. And this is where the thoughts lead me. Awkward silences. But I'm all by myself. So is it really awkward? Good question. They say, be yourself, and you will be successful. What am I saying? I literally just wrote that down. Be yourself. So corny. Be yourself. Like I said, it's late. It's the witching hour. We've been watching a lot of ghost stuff recently. So everything's been scaring me. I think everything is a sign. So brief pause. What was I saying? Be happy. Be healthy. I like that better. I like when the bee said it. When I hear it from people on Twitter, it doesn't have the same meaning. Be happy. Be yourself. Success will come to you. I've been trying. Maybe I'm just not being myself. Am I being myself right now? I don't know. The closest representation to it, I think. I think I'm doing a pretty bad job. Bad job. Good job. You know who's doing a good job? The bad news. The bad news is keeping up these days, and I'm not even going to talk about it. Everybody wants to take a moment nowadays to talk about the bad stuff. Every show, every 30 minutes, every hour, whenever you switch the show, the beginning of the show, they want to take a moment to talk about the bad stuff. We just took a moment. I just took a moment 30 minutes ago. We should have one moment, one show, one moment, then move on. You never hear anybody take a moment for the good stuff. Nobody ever goes, hey, I'd like to take a moment to tell you a joke. I'd like to take a moment. Knock, knock. I'd like to take a moment to. Sometimes you gotta talk to your cat like that. They respond. You hear her? You hear that bitch? Anyway, come here, come here. I think having a cat is the closest thing to having a kid, because sometimes they'll just show up. And then when you hear them making noise in the background, that's when it gets weird. You're supposed to be quiet. You don't have the brain power to do anything on your own. Why does it sound like somebody is tearing down the door? Hold on. Let me change my grip. Make it look like I'm using a real microphone. I think the truth is I spilled some coffee on our last podcast interface, so it doesn't work anymore. But, you know, what else can I catch you up on? Things have been going good. I don't know. I don't know how long I'm trying to do here. I think I just wanted to get some thoughts out there. It's been 7 minutes. It's been 7 minutes of Bandana Miggy. Literally check the audio. Like I said, I got a little rickshaw setup going on right now. What else? Bad news, good news. Everything's good. Everything's good internally. It's the outside world that makes it bad. Is any of this funny? Is any of this working? I'm trying to do a podcast, Cat. She's over there. Cats, homeless people. Two things I'm jealous of. They're always happy. You know, you gotta have a she's not even bothered right now. Nothing can get her out of the bliss and the euphoria playing with that ball. Just like, I envy homeless people because it seems like nothing gets to them. I've never seen anybody look so peaceful like my local bum taking a nap on the sidewalk at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. That's the cat. I'm going to pretend it's laughter. But yeah, sometimes I'm driving down the street and I see a homeless person just taking a nice sidewalk nap, and they just look so peaceful. I haven't had a sleep like that in years. You know, I'll be honest. Things have been good. Work has been busy. Not a lot of comedy, but enough work that my palms and the plants of my feet are constantly moist, which is a side effect of my crippling anxiety. But it's a good anxiety because it means I'm busy. It's like a OCD type of thing. You gotta finish your job. You gotta finish your job. And it's good because they're fun jobs. They're fun jobs. But not as fun as it would be to be a comedian. So we're just working to that point. We're working to that point to have the means so that I can go out every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night to do some jokes. Because this format doesn't really work. There's nobody for me to make fun of right now as I'm looking at it. It's just me and the cat. It's just me and the fucking cat. 3 a.m., the witching hour. Been watching a lot of ghosts. No, I mentioned that. A lot of ghost shows. These two queer-looking kids, Sam and Kobe. But they're pretty good. They look... I mean, the same could be said about me. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm a queer-looking kid, too. There's nothing wrong with queer-looking kids. Maybe I need Joey. Maybe this isn't going so well without her. Right? But I'm going to put it out anyway. I'm going to put it out anyway just as a service to you guys. But queer-looking kids, good work. Here's what's going to be funny about this episode. I'm doing that quiet talk thing that you see some people do on the internet when they're like filming in their mother's living room. I'm filming in my own living room, but it's. I'm trying not to wake Joey up. It's also awkward. Because there is a purpose, but at the end of the day, I'm still talking to myself. Damn, I wish I hope I pressed record. I should check. But I'm not going to, because I have faith in it. I have faith in this bad advice, which is why I'm bringing it back to you, the viewer. Make some clips, should I? You make some clips for me. You tell me what was good. You tell me if you like this. Slow pace, low voice, not trying to wake up mom. Pace. And I'm sober. I'm sober as a whistle. I say that as if people don't expect that from me, as if I got a problem with anything. I don't have a problem. I don't drink as much as I used to, which still wasn't a lot. You know, I was never the type to come into work and go, oh my gosh, the past 2 days. It's not a good bit. You get the point. Hey, it's just one man here. It's just one man. I can only talk for so much. You know what? Maybe I'll leave you guys with this. So we recently went to Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. That was a fun trip. Joey, I, her sister, her boyfriend Danny. We all went to Universal Studios. We had a good time. Now recently, meaning in the past few years, past 5 years, something, I don't remember, I took a trip to Disney World, which is a little bit cooler. But during that trip to Disney World, I took some mushrooms. And I recommend that to everybody because it's fun. Now, during that trip and both trips, the trip to Disney and the mental trip, some great things started happening. You know, I started peeking as we were going in through the tree of life at Animal Kingdom, you know, walking around and all that, and you see all these man-made structures, and I started to grow a fear, because there's plenty of trees around us, and there's no reason why a human should build a 15-story tree with a fully functioning movie theater inside of it. And there's definitely no reason why a human should build a man-made Mount Everest and put a roller coaster inside of it. It just doesn't sit right with me. So that trip a few years ago was really weird because I was just enjoying the rides in a way I hadn't enjoyed before. Most people go on the rides for the loops and the drops and the scary part. I started to enjoy the rides because of the fear that the structures would give me. So, catch this, how fucking weird I am. I go on the rides now, not for the fear of the drops, but for the fear of the machinery. So we're in Harry Potter World, and some of you may have gone to Harry Potter World, and we go on the Quidditch ride. Oh, and there comes a point, spoiler alert, a dragon comes at you, a life-size dragon, breathes fire at you. Oh, and it sent shivers down my spine. I started screaming, and then they put a fucking huge tarantula in front of you. It made me feel a way it never felt before. It made me, gave me a certain fear that changed me. I'm still trying to figure out a way to make this funny. Long story short, I researched it. I have a phobia. If you ever want to defeat me, there's few things that can weaken me. One of those things is large man-made structures. Megalophobia. Look it up. I have it. My body shut down. I started to get weak. I couldn't even open my eyes. And every time I opened my eyes, I would just scream. And there's no video. There's no video. There's no proof, and there's no reason for me to be telling you this because there's no proof, and I haven't made it funny. But this is kind of like a therapeutic session for me. I discovered a new fear. I'm a different man now. I have a phobia. I'm traumatized by something. And here's a thought I had. Why am I so scared of large man-made structures? Why am I scared of a robot? And maybe it's the shrooms, but I think that it's a keeping in mind the idea that time is a construct, that time doesn't really exist. This fear of robots is probably a hold on, I'm disconnecting here. This fear of robots, I think, is a predispositioned fear foreshadowing a human robot war that will come in the future. And with that being said, I promise to never do an episode again unless anybody likes it. Like I said, make some clips, put it on your story, tag me, tag Joey, tag Bad Vice, follow Bad Vice, subscribe to Bad Vice, and this is just a check-in. My name's Miguel. Thank you for watching.